that we want to start dealing with is basically, we talked about a couple weeks ago, we had that back situation. So we talked about this guy hovers on the pistol and he protects, and that if I come up here and I drop that leg back and basically just scissor, he's going to be standing in front of the muzzle. All right. One of the other situations that we want to deal with is that if that gun is still in the holster and it's not out yet, getting the back position and getting hooks in is also just an overall bad idea, because if he does present weapons, I'm in a situation that I can't easily get out of. So what I prefer to do is when this guy turtles for whatever reason, maybe I threw a couple shots on this guy and this guy turtled and his hands went inside. You know, I don't know where the hands go, so this is my position. This is why I prefer, like even in a gi type scenario, I prefer this as opposed to trying to rip this across and get hooks in and stuff. There's times that I will get hooks in a sport environment, but this is a better type position. So from here, my leg is about halfway back his leg. My hip is lined up on his hip here, and I'm not sticking anything in to try and figure this out. I'm not trying to put my hands in, like, oh my God, where did his hands go? I better stick my hands in there and stuff and come out being stabbed in the hands or the wrist or something. So my hands are here. Basically, I'm gripping on the sides and I've got my hands basically behind his elbows here. What I want to do is I want to make sure that if a weapon is presented, that I'm behind that weapon, okay? So if I'm sitting here and all of a sudden, I'm able to look through here, and you guys will see me do this, like when we're grappling, if a guy turtles up, I'll look through here and I'll switch and I'll look through here, but I'm looking to see. You can see what's going on, right? So as I'm sitting here, I need to be able to change positions from here back to here, and all I'm doing is I'm taking my chest and I'm floating over the top of the back. I'm bringing my legs around and I'm bringing my leg back in so that I'm able to land hip to hip here. I'm not doing this. There's no space between us here in the hip. I'm here leaning up against him. I've got my hands behind the elbows. I'm gonna drop this leg back, switch over, drop this leg back. And all I'm doing is I'm just changing sides on him, okay? So we're gonna start with that drill, and then we're gonna kind of modify from there how we start going when all of a sudden the weapon starts getting introduced. Because as that weapon gets introduced, I need to be able to float sides very, very quickly and stuff so that I don't end up basically in a situation, pull your gun. I don't end up in a situation where he's over here like this and I'm staring at a muzzle. Okay, this is a bad day for me. This thing is coming right up into my face and stuff, and you start thinking, oh my God, yeah, I'm gonna get his back or gift wrap or something like that. And because he oriented that gun in the bottom arm, there is no safe place for me to be on this side. I gotta switch. I gotta get around and start getting around here. I'm basically gonna end up having to use his body for cover. So we're gonna look at that. But in order for me to get there, I gotta be able to establish this position first, keeping my leg back, keeping my hip back, gripped onto him, and I'm basically taking my hands on the back side of the triceps. I'm putting this leg back, switching over, dropping this leg in. And I can float this back and forth. And this doesn't matter whether I'm in a weapon environment, whether I'm in a no-gi grappling environment, or even in a gi environment. I'll use this position all the time on people, okay? All right, well, let's start there.